Hello.
Very desperate. Hello.
That cringiness.
Hey, everybody. I just want you to love me.
Give me attention.
It's Valentine's Day after all. Please love
I'm
me.
waiting on her to fall the hell off. By the way.
Get. Oh. Dead.
Oh no, I've been spotted.
She's like, it's like Solid Snake.
And then she jumps into a box.
Yeah, like, oh, she's gone.
Ninja Cat.
All right, Des. Give us your fact.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Did you know that the Savoy Theatre in London was the first theatre? In fact, it was the first building ever that was entirely lit with electric.
It's electric.
It's electric.
It was the first building to have an electrical fire.
I mean, maybe I didn't look that far into
Des,
it.
you started,
Check it.
You started seeing The Hustle, not the electric slide.
Oh yeah, I totally.
Because you said it's electric, and I went boogie woogie woogie, and then I hear her go, dun, 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 and I was like, wait a minute.
It's been a while since high school dances. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you old bitch.
Oh. All right.
Oh, damn.
4 out of 5 of us graduated that year or earlier. So
Who didn't?
What year?
2009. What year did you graduate? Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
12, right?
No.
2011?
14.
14, yeah.
Holy crap! Seriously?
Yeah, this is my sixth.
Man, I don't
I'm only
associate
22.
with
My 6th year out of the
underclassmen.
joint.
I'm only 20.
2008.
I'm only 24.
You're so old.
Fuck you, Grandpa.
You're moving to Florida next year.
Yeah, you're going
man.
to Florida.
Shut up.
Soon.
So move
But
back
I want to
home.
buy a house.
He's about to move back home.
So it's
Chris,
been a
well,
while.
that's-
What happened last time?
We grappled things.
Grappled.
Some of us almost died.
Entire episode spent grappling things.
We fought
Yep.
some stuff, though. We
Yeah?
fought that weird dinosaur thing.
Yeah, the weird dinosaur bird. Oh, and it's funny because I said it didn't have wings. Like, it had the long arms and it's flying, and I said it didn't have any wings. And in the book, Dead Sons, like, they misprinted it.
Oh.
Like, if you go back and you look at the Alien Archives, it actually has the wings printed in there. So they totally misprinted it in book
I was gonna
form.
say it's just flapping its
It's
arms.
just flapping its arms and staying aloft.
It's just super strong. Like, it doesn't
Right.
have anything to make it
rippling
Like an
aerodynamic.
old
Brussels.
Looney Tunes cartoon. Flapping its arms real fast.
It
So.
has like 2 feathers. It's flapping.
Yeah, so, and Raquel was super nervous, but made it across.
Just
And
barely.
you're standing on the precipice of this floating rock. Off in the distance behind you, a little ways on this rock. No, not too far, but you're not right up against it. Is this building? It's a 1-story building. It just looks really old and dilapidated from where you are, but you still can't make out a lot of details here. The ground, mostly dirt, but there are some patches of grass here and there, not much. Yeah, what are you all thinking as you have just had this experience?
That creature had terrible timing. I mean, Sev's almost fallen off, I think, at least twice, so he's scared.
Yeah, Raquel, like, feels a little bit safer because this is a larger area, but not looking forward to the trip back because she almost fell quite a few times. Yeah.
Also, there's the fact that we don't know what's keeping this island afloat.
Yeah.
And we're on a rock that's not connected
Yeah.
to where our ship is.
How long until it just falls?
In all the years that this thing's existed, now's when gravity decides to take effect.
We've been fucking with gravity for too long. It's gonna get angry.
Yeah.
So Rats is like I think everybody's taking like a breather after we get to the other side, but like I think Rats is like the first one that's like, all right, let's get in this stupid building and get that password. And he starts marching off, but then the adrenaline in him starts to subside, and he just like feels terrible. He's taken so much damage so far, so he like drops down to one knee and he's like, ah.
Sev runs over. He's like, "Hey, Cap, you all right? Like, do you need help?" He like kneels down next to you.
Maybe a minute or two.
It's like,
Maybe 10.
Maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, Razel's he's ready to get off this island as soon as possible, so
Yeah.
he wants to start heading out. But captain's orders.
I'm gonna go over and see if there's anything I can do to help you. Hi, how you feeling, buddy?
Any of those spell slots left?
Yeah,
I
know.
do. I do have a few.
What I wouldn't give for a night's sleep.
Hey, I have a spell called Night Sleep. I don't know if you know
It is
that.
not. Yeah.
Stick to your day job, Raquel.
It'd be really weird.
Like, here, rats, can I help you?
Go to sleep.
How's your dad doing?
How was your relationship with your father?
I feel like I've heard about your brother, but not much about your parents.
So is Raquel like referencing her spells to try to figure out what she's going to do to help rats
Yes.
with? Okay.
Given the fact that Dez doesn't know any of her spells, I feel like Raquel has a book.
Like with her at all times?
She
like,
just pulls out a book
yeah.
and goes,
Like,
Kind of like an actual wizard.
Have you,
cure wounds.
haven't you casted these like a lot? You know, just nice to get a refresher every so often.
So while Raquel is recalling whatever spell she needs, rats, you're sitting there you're sitting there
Humping.
humped over.
Just humping.
He's gone insane.
You are sitting there hunched over, and you just start to hear, like, almost imperceptibly, like it's far off in the distance, you hear the sound of warning alarms, and they're, like, blaring. But it's almost like a ghostly sound, and then you hear the sound of voices, like, filling the air, just like talking frantically. And then it just gets louder and louder, and there's like this roar, and then over the clamoring and the sound, you hear this one person shout, "We've lost containment in one of the reactors!" And you hear a second person, "We need to boost power to the fields." "With all due respect, boss, that could start a cascade. We have to shut it down." "Well, we can't afford to shut it down without the homeworld's assistance. We'll never get it started again. And we haven't heard from them in 100 years. And you're still sitting there and maybe a little disoriented as the conversation continues. "We either shut it down now or we lose them all." And then it goes silent for just a moment, but you still hear those alarms blaring. "Ishtamak is dead in the water without all reactors optional. We're going to boost power." And then you can hear some people just like murmuring, still imperceptible, and they seem very nervous in the sounds of their voices. And then you hear like computers beeping as like data's being entered in. And then moments later, there's like this terrible explosion. And then it's almost like the sound you get after the explosion, like that ring in your ear. And slowly fades out, and now you're like, it's all gone. Like, you just hear the wind blowing again.
I like your commitment to the sound effects, even though we have our own.
I'm never going to get better if I use that as a crutch.
So I'm the only one that heard that?
Mm-hmm. As far as you know. I mean, you might look up and say, did anybody else hear that?
You see me looking at my notes, and I'm like, yes, here it is. And I cast Mystic Cure on you. So that's 3d8.
I like the idea of like
You need dice.
Yes.
Could have been referencing all of the dice you needed to cast that while we were
I
doing the
with the new
scene.
setup, I wasn't sure if I was going to knock something over.
Raquel's like, what are dice?
Yes.
Okay, I'll cast
I
them.
need these little things. 6,
That's
3,
perfect.
10. All right. Damn, I needed you to have extra so I could heal myself. Damn it. That's fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's how that works.
I like
that new addition to that spell. It's really cool.
That's fine. All right. 3d8. I roll at 10.
Well, that was exactly what I needed, was 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I
Wow.
said that's perfect.
And I could have taken any extra and healed myself, but I am a perfect roller. As you all know.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, Chris, so what's going on?
He had his...
No, I know. You just said you're a perfect roller, and I didn't want to comment.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to move on.
All right.
Because I looked at Alex, we looked at each other, and I went, all right, let's just not say anything.
Did you guys hear that?
Hear what?
Yeah, man, are you sure you're all right? Like, do we need to get your ears checked?
Maybe. I think maybe that dinosaur thing bit my ears.
You, like, go up to, like, touch your ears, and they're gone. You're like, ah!
I was going to say, I immediately, like, pull your head in close to look at your ears. See if I can help you.
How was your father?
You're not helping.
No, I didn't. I just heard Raquel looking through her notes. Which, by the way, why do you have notes? Shouldn't you know all this stuff offhand?
Sometimes. I mean, you get a little rusty. You gotta refresh.
We've been like constantly fighting since we've landed here.
Yeah, you get a little rusty sometimes, so you gotta refresh.
Nice double down.
Sometimes the people that influence your actions don't play for a month.
Correct. I know it's only
What are
been a
you
few
talking
hours.
about?
Well, character-wise, you just had a terrifying experience, so...
Yeah. So what did you hear? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, apparently I'm not the only one.
I'm not sure. I think I just need to sit down for a little bit, guys. I am feeling pretty rough still, so I'm gonna sit down for a 10-minute rest.
Okay.
I will as well. And I try and kind of like nonchalantly look at his ears.
So everybody's taking 10 minutes?
I'm not going to actually use the resolve point.
Yeah,
I'm only down 17. So.
Yeah, I'm down 14.
Which is like
17. I think I'm down
I'm
17
down like
too.
25% of my stamina.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
I'll save the resolve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull out my sniper and just like keep guard. Keep
Imagine,
an eye out for those. If there's any more of those winged creatures.
Yeah, Seb's gonna be like, all right, rats. I'm
name's
sorry,
Razel.
Razel. You take like this
Rev.
semicircle,
Mhm.
and then I'll take this semicircle of this rock run, and we'll just like scan in like cone patterns to
Okay.
see.
Just like in the immediate area, kind of
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
around.
Can we just do a perception around the area?
Yeah.
You're not.
You're right. I'm not.
Cool. As soon as we start actually playing, I start rolling crap.
I got a 25 perception.
Oh, a lot less. 6.
A lot less, okay. Yeah, you both are looking around, and you don't detect like there are any other signs of life around you. No, the sky seems completely clear, and it's almost mesmerizing just staring down into the planet. Because if you didn't know any better, that would be your sky. It's as beautiful as like a sunrise or a sunset, the pink hue. But
We still hear those like thunderstorms down below.
yeah,
Ooh, that's eerie. And when like nothing,
Yeah.
nothing's really going on. They're resting, and just like the thunder in the distance.
yeah, and it's so far away too that it's almost. I mean, it's eerie, but it could be relaxing too.
Yeah.
Like a sound machine just on at night. So you take your 10 minutes and proceed towards the structure that you see off in the distance. And as you get closer to it, you notice that the grass is starting to become more pronounced, and the dirt starts to dissipate, obviously, but then it goes into more of a path, and you're following this path up towards this building. It's made of some kind of like white material, very common to what you've seen so far throughout Istamak. But again, I mean, it's just this beautiful white material, but you can tell that it's very old and ancient. And these, you see that the walls have like this cracking going through it. And as you walk through the knee-high blue and green grass, you just catch this scent of like honey, like warming in the sun, like that kind of scent. It just smells very sweet. And you're probably about maybe 30-40 feet from this one-story building, just checking it out.
It's a beehive. Great.
Can I like figure out what that scent actually is, or?
So you're kind of like following your nose, and you go down to the ground, and you find like these like very small like blue and pink flowers growing up down. And you can't really, this is the sort of it, this is the source of it, but you can't really identify what these are. These are reminiscent of things that you've seen all over, but they're alien in their own right.
Guys, these smowers,
I'm not the only one doing it.
guys, these flowers smell amazing. Do you smell these?
I don't know if I'd smell it through my helmet.
Well, I smelled it, so you smell it.
Are you currently using your environment?
No, I'm not.
God damn, Chris, what did you do to us?
It's worse than the coronavirus. It's the idiot virus.
It's flubbing.
If you're not currently using environmental protections, then your helmet's not sealed.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. It smells all right.
Yeah.
It smells like honey.
It's so sweet. Do you think we could eat these?
I would advise against eating a flower you found on a rock floating out over a planet in somewhere where we traveled far distance to get.
Just not sure if you tell what they were. I mean, they smell good enough to eat.
I mean, there are some carnivorous plants that use sweet scents to bring in prey. So what if these are
Good
like
point.
poisonous?
Good point.
Yeah,
I'll trust
I've
your
had some
judgment.
experience with those. And he stares off into the distance.
Oh yeah, where at?
A little planet called Castrovel.
I've been there a few times.
I've read about it.
I've been there a few times. Only went to the city though.
Yeah, never really ventured out into the unknown, as they call it.
Well, we're out in the vast of space
Well,
right now.
the unknown of the planet, not like this. This is all brand new to me.
Well, anyway, while I was out in the dense forests of Ukalam,
That's what it was.
a
I was trying to think of the name.
carnivorous plant beast tried to eat me.
Oh
He
my,
looks at Raquel.
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Not really.
If you want to learn about it, you can listen to my podcast, Adventure Awaits.
So meta.
That's how this is gonna end. At the end, it's like, all right, rats sounding
Sign us
off.
Sign us off.
Sign us off, and it's just the entire. Yeah. It's like a whole. What's that one movie?
Patch Adams.
Sure. Gotten one.
I really thought that was
Definitely not Patch. Like Truman Show?
Yes. Princess Bride.
Whoa.
Oh, like, okay, yeah, close up the book.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I go inside
Okay, you're heading in the building, all right? How are we going in the building?
carefully.
With our legs.
Nobody wants to crawl. Maybe do hero rolls.
Well,
going
I
to-
know that there are cracked walls, but do I see any doors?
There are 2 double doors. Right?
Razel, run your head through this crack.
There's
through
at
the
least
wall.
one door.
We'll get in
Start
eventually.
banging my head.
Yeah, the cracks you see are just like
Take
small
one,
little cracks. It's not like anything you can get through.
I'm gonna put my rifle away because we're going close quarters.
This is all I got.
as far as order goes, I'm gonna stick real close to Rats because I feel like he just
It's going crazy.
No,
You too.
after
Did this with Delvash, so now
No.
I'm going crazy too.
no, I'm saying like he is having flashbacks of carnivorous plants, and I feel like he's brittle, and I wanna keep an eye on him.
All right, so Sev and Razel are going to move first, and then
Yep.
everybody else is following up behind.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We
So
have the Vanguard.
I was trying to crack my knuckles, but there you go.
Ooh, that sounded good.
We got a
there's
map.
everybody.
Hey, Matt. What's up?
Hey, Matt. So,
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the mayor.
Oakley dokley. So you are approaching this building,
Tired of you already.
and yeah, there's a pathway up to it. There's 2 double doors there, and you're going to head inside all together. Razel, you're just going up to check it out by yourself. Everybody move in as a group.
I'm going with Razel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're a good tag team.
All right, everybody's going to stick together, move in formation.
Tag.
Okay.
You're it.
Oh no.
Can we scout the outside of the building to see if there's any other way in?
Yeah. So
Time to split the party.
There's something up with the lighting, but
yeah, those are windows there on the exterior of the building.
Fancy.
So,
See a wrench on that table.
so I'm trying to zoom out here. So you scout around the building here, and probably takes you about 5 minutes to walk around, and you don't see any other doors to get inside. You see some windows, but you can't see through them.
Well, those sound like terrible windows.
Yeah. What's the point of a window if you can't see through it, right?
Yeah, it looks like there's some stuff, like they're just very, very dirty, and you can't see in.
I cast token spell on them.
Nice.
Okay. I lied, there's no windows.
They were just painted on.
Painted on windows?
Yeah, no, the only windows you see are on the front of the building here, and those you can see inside.
Does the door does it have like a padlock, or is it like electronic?
It's just like a little latch. Just there's no electronics involved with it.
All right.
Razel's expertise, brute force.
I lift the latch.
All right,
So
so
wait.
Okay. I don't lift the latch.
He goes to do it.
We have the opportunity to look into the building before we go in there. Why don't we take that?
okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna. There's the pathway leading up to the door. I'm gonna go into the right of the pathway and up against the wall and peek in
Okay,
the
so-
window right next.
You're peeking in this window?
I'd like to
Yes.
imagine that you're doing like the SWAT team, like
Yeah, that's what I was
flips
imagining.
and
Yeah. Well, no, not that.
That you and him did in the asteroid,
Oh,
where
yeah.
the cult of the devourer was. Where you're going through all the rooms.
Yeah, that was a great time.
No, not really.
So you peer into this room, and you see what looks like to be a desk off to the right with some tools on it, and across from you, about 15 feet, there's a much larger desk. Looks like it's some sort of like computer workstation. Maybe there's like a computer on it, and like there seems to be several like padded chairs lining the walls around, a couple of cabinets, and you see some doors opposite you. If you're looking at it, you kind of like think maybe it's like a waiting area.
Yeah, but I don't see any like humanoids or anything.
No, it's
What I have to
empty,
do-
it's dirty, it's
Perception
dust
check,
everywhere.
Give me any more information or no?
Not so much from
Out here.
outside, yeah.
Okay. I tell them to come up, and I tell them looks to be a waiting room of some kind. Nobody. I don't see anybody inside through the window.
And while you were up at the window, you were like leaning against the walls, and you noticed that there's like these strands, like there's cracks that you saw earlier. There's like these strands of like some kind of fiber or filament like going throughout the building.
live
Can
wires.
I like pull it out or something, or are they like?
Yeah, you could like grab it and like try to tear it off.
Yeah, I'd do that.
So you do that, and you just have like this very small, like couple inch strand that tears away, and you're just looking at it. It's like a white strand with like little furry like hairs coming off of it down the length of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
It's kind of like a dandelion seed, except like all the way down the length. It's not like an umbrella shape, like all the way down the length of this thing. There's these filaments coming off of it.
I just had a really horrible. I was like, what if this thing's just covered in cobwebs? What if this thing's just a massive spider inside?
oh, I bet it is.
It's probably a good bet.
I'm assuming it would be life science to identify it or find any information
Yes.
about it. So I would be like, hey, who has life? Anybody who has life science? No, he's like, anybody know what this is? And I like hold it out.
I could give it a try. Did you just do that for me?
No, he's also got life science.
No, yeah, I know.
I'm the smartest thing ever.
Oh, that was another one. 25.
Less than that.
I'm super smart. I know what that is. I'm glad she figured it out because I didn't know.
So Raquel, you're like you grab this thing and you're like examining, turning it over, and you're able to tell that this is like some kind of mold, and you gather that maybe breathing the air near the mold might have like long-term health consequences if you're not protected, but environmental protection should keep you safe against that.
Yeah, but what about life bubble?
Do we still have that?
Yeah, lasts for days.
I know.
And I cast it when we got here. We've only been here for 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
Yeah, I relayed that information. Yeah, this is mold, and it's not. We shouldn't breathe this stuff. I wouldn't know what like caused it, right? It's just
Yeah, you don't really know that. You just are able to identify
Okay.
that as some kind of mold.
okay.
Rats gets that 1,000-yard stare and looks up, and he's like, mold. My old nemesis.
And, like, Sev kind of, like, slowly, like, turns and goes, did you have a bad experience with mold, too? Like, in a bathroom or something?
No, it was on a little planet called Castrovel.
Did you...
Oh, yeah.
In the jungles of Ukalam.
And he, like, looks to Razel, and he's like, looks back. Was that just a whole bad trip for you?
Yes, it was very bad.
Rats.
He's not making eye contact. He's staring. He's just like so far off.
And Sev, like, looks at him and then looks off to where he's looking. What are you looking at?
Castrovel.
This little planet called Castrovel. I like to imagine every single time something happens. My old nemesis. And everyone's just like, let me guess, Castrovel? He goes, yes, on a little planet called Castrovel. I had a friend get arrested once. On a little planet called Castrovel.
A lot of shit went down at Castrovel.
Yeah, I had a friend go insane. On a little planet called Castrovel.
Oh man. That should be fun. Okay, let's go inside.
Yeah.
All right, so you're examining the stuff, and then you decide to turn around and go inside. But before you're able to make it any further, these two rapists.
Jesus.
And if you need help with that, there's hotlines.
I
We
just
can
punch
talk
him to
about it.
death. It's fine.
There's these two large creatures that jump down off of the top of the building.
Damn it,
The
Kevin.
roof.
Roll for initiative, as I describe them for you.
I'm in the wrong spot again.
You're just on a roll with
Did you
him.
move back to where?
No, I assumed I just held it out and said, "Hey guys, look at this."
Okay.
And we looked at it from 30 feet
Yeah,
away.
that's why I assumed that you went back. But if you want to be up there, that's fine.
No.
It's like it's like saying like, "Hey, do you guys know what this is?" And you hold up a screw, like.
I just assumed that they came to me, but I don't know.
Well,
maybe
if that
I
was the
did.
case, we'd be crushed by giant caterpillars.
They look like crustaceans.
They look like
They look earwigs. Star Trek.
They look like crabby.
Tastes like crab. Talk like people.
people.
Apparently, they hate that ending of that episode. Like
Yeah.
that was just. Oh, they were like they couldn't figure out a good one, so they just settled on that and they hate it. What everyone get for the Anish?
14.
21.
I got 17.
21 and 17 for Sev.
Yeah.
And Rats.
14.
I'm gonna say 4.
14
What's your initiative?
plus 5.
You beat me.
This is in Starfinder.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah, for the record.
In Starfinder, you choose which to go first.
Yeah, you,
You
do
don't.
it. Maybe you should go first, Des.
I could go first.
So you can go. We mean you no harm.
Yeah.
Get out of here, cuties.
Ah, it's a terrible word.
I like the coloring of them, but I don't think they're cute.
It's like in Starship Troopers when they land on the planet for the first time after Buenos Aires gets bombed or blown up, and the one dude runs out and he acts all macho, and like 8 of this fucking arachnids come out and tear him apart. You're like, oh, all right.
So these large creatures drop down, and they look like these green, blobby creatures, like almost like some kind of jellies, what they kind of look like. And they're like hovering above the ground, and you see like this almost like blue shredded tongue. It almost looks like hanging out of their mouths, and like at the ends of some of them are these like tiny little teeth-like things or like nails. And they pounce down on either side of the door.
I don't like this.
Razel,
What?
you're up first.
I run away.
You run away.
That seems in character for Razel.
Yeah, totally.
You know what? I'm not feeling killing stuff today. I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna run. He just runs off the edge of the rock.
I'm going to run up to the right side of the path and attack the one on the right.
Run on the right side of the path and attack the one on the left. I throw my fist at him.
With the shell knuckles.
Lachelle.
That's a natural 20.
What?
Starting it off hot.
Hell yeah.
Unless you want to take your effect. Like,
I don't think these. Oh, they have a knockdown effect.
threw it on the ground.
So I can choose between. I lied. That's only if they.
It's only if it's a Tuesday.
Damn.
Read the card and see which one sounds better.
Actually, I think it might. I think it only has a knockdown effect when I have the explosive shells on. So here we go. Which one? Oh, there it is. Seeing stars. The target suffers a 20% mischance for 1d4 rounds.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
So I basically punch it so hard that it gets like
Disoriented.
disoriented.
yeah.
Thank you.
20% mischance.
For 2 rounds.
All right.
2 rounds. So that would be
Double damage.
double damage.
Michael Double damage. Oh,
That's
that's pretty good.
10,
Dude.
18, 31
And it just dies.
bludgeoning damage.
31
with
bludgeoning?
the shell knuckles.
All right.
Right.
All right, so 31.
Yeah. So yeah, he basically takes a guarded step and then just wails on this thing with one shell knuckle punch.
Okay.
I like the idea of you very carefully, like, stepping forward
And
then just
BAM!
boom!
Like, he has his hands up trying to be super sneaky while stepping over, and then he like, kind of sets himself and goes, alright, whack!
Yeah, it's just
And then you just hear a shotgun blast.
Chris, what does the thing's body look like when you make contact with it?
Ooh,
It's like
jiggly?
it's almost like a balloon. Like you hit the thing and like it just takes the punch in, but it's like it's full of jelly and just jiggles as you punch it.
Ugh.
Oh, I'll jiggle.
These things are gonna explode when we kill them.
Cool.
Oh, that's
Can't
a good
wait.
point. Am I?
All right, Sev.
I'm gonna explode when we kill him.
Oh, hey.
Gross. Seb's gonna take a step to the left, right there.
Okay,
And
right
then
here.
I'm gonna shoot at that one in front of me.
Okay.
He's on the left
The
side
left
of the
side.
path.
Sorry, these things are gross. I don't really like them. 22 EAC.
22 EAC is a hit.
The breast.
The breast of the glass.
20 damage, half cold, half fire.
Alrighty, 20
Yeah.
damage. Yeah, so you step off the right, you fire at this thing,
Thanks.
and it's like it's laser and cold. So you see like
Yes.
the fire, like almost like the skin on this thing like bubbles up, like it's liquid heating up, and then you freeze it instantly.
Ooh.
I in between, like when we rested, I etched Hot Pocket on the side of my rifle. So it's called the Hot Pocket now.
Raquel.
I am going to cast Wisp Ally on the guy to the left. Poor favor.
Okay, the one that Seb just shot at.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, I do. Harrying fire. So Wisp Ally, it's going to be like right above it to
Okay.
try and distract it.
Okay, like a mosquito flying around its head.
Yes, I want it
hate
to buzz
mosquitoes.
That's the one
Okay.
that gives +2 to the next
to the attack. Yeah.
Okay, and are you gonna move at all or hang tight?
I'm hanging tight.
Okay.
These things are gnarly looking.
All right, rats.
Okay, so I see the little ally like bing into existence around this
I'd
thing's
like to
head,
think it actually bings.
and it's like floating around, like distracting this thing. So I'm gonna reach over to Sev,
Me.
and I'm gonna touch your huge gun. And I cast a supercharged weapon,
Oh shit!
and I say,
Now it's a vegetarian Hot Pocket because the energy's green.
green. And
"Oh
red.
wait,
and blue.
actually, I have used up all of my level 1 spells for the day."
Uh-oh.
Why are you touching my gun?
Uh-oh, Spadudio.
Studio.
So you try to touch his gun and nothing comes out. I was like, uh-oh.
I swear this never happens.
Okay, so I'll just cast Caustic Conversion on your gun.
Oh my god! I can't get another one of those, you bastard.
Well, shit. That kind of ruins my whole day, doesn't it?
Damn, that would've been really cool. That's actually what, 46?
Yeah.
Damn it, I was one day from retirement.
Well, you know what? Instead, I say, I'm all out of magic juice. Sorry. And then I touch myself, and I cast Mirror Image.
I'm all out of magic juice. Hold on, let me cast magic juice on
Magic
myself.
juice.
So I create 4 Figment images.
I love Figment bars.
I like Figment Newtons.
That was what I was going for. That one was better than what I said.
All right, so there's like a shimmering as
Fake?
4 images appear of rats.
Yeah.
Jump right in there.
Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, so the one that Razel is fighting, I'm gonna circle around Razel and get on the backside of this like weird goo bug. Yeah, that spot exactly.
All right, so you take a half circle around Razel, set up position behind this creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now it is the creature's turn.
Well, hold on.
Yes.
As I'm like running around Razel, I'm like, all right, Razel, let's give him the 1-2 punch.
I got the punch part.
Basically, I'm setting him up. If he can guarded step over, we can get flanking on this guy.
As long as he doesn't move.
Yeah.
Well, he'll get fucked up by attack AOs.
Okay, so now it is the first creature's turn, the one that Sev shot.
I'm in danger.
And it
I'm in danger.
it actually has a significant amount of reach, so it does not even have to move.
Oh,
wow.
damn.
I'm from
So-
Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
So wouldn't that have been an attack of opportunity?
They
Hadn't acted.
hadn't acted yet, so they weren't able to do that. So,
Good thing we're so fast.
they're going to take a full attack, just bringing these, like, different parts of their body, like, just this jello. It's almost like arms, like, sort of appear as it swings out at you.
Dropping the
Got
dice.
jello arms.
Jello arms. That's probably a miss with a 14 against KC.
Miss.
And second, a 20 KC.
Miss.
All right, miss. And as it like hits the ground, like it's almost like some of the goo like splatters down on the ground as it pulls back, and it leaves like this residue on the ground as it drags those tendrils back in.
I don't like that.
It's the second creature's turn.
I am the turn.
It is going to attack Razel, who
Come at me, bro.
dealt a monstrous blow. So again, with a full attack, it's a pretty
Does an 80 hit?
pretty much is a 27 against KC hit.
Got me by 1.
All right, good news for you. Min
Yeah,
damage, 7 points.
This doesn't hurt.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Second one, that's going to be a miss with a 16.
That's a miss.
KC, all right, so it slams, and the next one goes wide, swings back around, like you see the tendril come out to try to hit you, and then like kind of like rotates around its body, like going right over Rat's head before it gets sucked back into its body.
It's like Matrix dodges it.
Yeah.
It is round 2. Trying to use this cool Hero Labs tracker, so I'm just getting used to that again. It's sweet though. I love
Fuck
it.
him up.
Full attack time. No, I can't yet. I got a guard step.
Okay, so round 2, Razel, you are up.
I'm going to take a guarded step, so I'm flanking with rats.
Okay.
And then I'm going to punch him with an unarmed strike.
Which one did you put with spell on? Is the one in front of me?
Left, yeah.
Okay, good.
No, that's gonna be a 16 against KAC.
16 KC is a miss.
Did you
But what
add
if-
in flanking?
18 against KAC.
I'm gonna move for no reason.
Is that a hit?
That's
now?
a hit.
We've been doing this for like over 2 years.
That's funny. I'm funny.
Oh.
Where am I? There you are. 22 slashing damage.
All
although
right.
it's a punch.
You have claws.
You got the
They're
claws
like
coming
spines
out.
on your fist.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I'm glad I know more about your race than you do.
No, that.
All right, so Razel, you just like slice through this thing, and you see like just the jelly open up, but then it like kind of
my toast
swaps
needs
back
something.
together. But you know you like seriously hurting this thing. Sev, you are up.
I'm gonna take a guarded step back. Hopefully that make it will not try to tentacle touch me.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot at it again with the +2 from Dez. Yep. So that's pretty neato. That's a 23 EAC.
That's a hit.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, these things are pretty big. I mean, they're like 10 feet tall, so they're a large target to hit.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Didn't roll very good.
As you ice and fire this guy again. And you moved your shot. You say anything to anybody?
No.
Raquel.
Oh, well, no.
I want to see what these things are. So, life science? Huh? With that?
I think that's probably right.
I love how you just yeet your dice.
I do. That's a modified 20.
Modify 20. Okay, yeah. You recognize these things as they look different than what you're used to, but they look like creatures back from in the Pact world. It's called Barathu. But these are slightly different. They don't look the same as anything you've encountered before. Of course, you know that these creatures have these like fluid, shifting bodies. They don't really have a shape.
You can. Isn't that a player character you can, or a
I
race you
believe
can play?
you
as?
can play. Yeah, you can play as a Barathu. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you know that about it. Is there anything in particular abilities you want to find out about it?
Well, would I know that mind affecting things and would work since these are like mind affecting spells? They would have an effect? Or
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They do have a mind.
And then I guess like any attacks that they can do, like special attacks or anything.
You know that. You know that there's a variety of attacks that, like abilities, that, because they can change shape and
Yeah.
stuff. You know that anyone that you encounter can have a myriad of different abilities. What these guys have in particular, you don't know.
Okay.
They're like symbiotes.
Nice. Well, I then want to cast Inflict Pain.
Okay. Which one are you targeting?
Let me go for the one on the left right now, since there's 2 taking on the one on the right.
Okay, so you're going to help Sev
Yeah.
take this guy out. All right.
Roll for partial.
He rolls
He
it.
rolls a save.
That's what I think.
Okay. Save. That's a 14 will.
You fail. All right. So, you get a -2 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, and skill checks.
All right.
And
Okay.
this is going to be for 7 rounds.
Okay.
Ah, that's a lot.
All right.
Ha!
Oh,
All right. And did you want to move at all?
No, thank you.
Okay. Rats.
Boy,
need more magic juice.
I know I'm low on magic juice. This is hard. Playing a spellcaster who has no spells left is hard.
Just take a level in soldier.
Oh, so then we can be the soldier party?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna swipe at this thing with my tail blade.
Nice.
Like, these things we know have reach, and I have so few spell options that that's all I could do. So I just whip my tail around and try and take a slice out of this thing. That's a 30 to hit. Casey?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to look at those numbers again?
Look, get the magnifying glass out. That's it.
Max damage, 7.
Oh boy, this thing, well, it doesn't look like any jello you'd want to eat anymore. If it ever were.
Yeah, I see like the seams where we keep cutting it, like molding back together or whatever, and I'm like, have you guys been to the House of Renewal anytime
Yeah,
recently?
But as you guys are like hitting this thing, you can see that it's like it's almost harder for it to keep its shape. Like it's starting to like drop, and then it's really having to tense up. Like it's overcompensating, like really trying to hold itself together. I mean, it looks like it's in pretty rough shape.
I got an image of like gushers.
Yes, exactly.
Delicious.
I eat it.
All right, you're gonna hold your ground.
Yeah, because it's got reach. It's got a big old reach. So
It has reach. All right, so now it's the one over by Sev. It's his turn. So it's going to take a step forward, and I say step, but it's actually like gliding across the ground. Its little tendrils just kind of like lightly dancing, but you know it's not supporting its weight. And it's going to attempt to throw another like tendril towards this thing, and this time like it forms. It's almost like a baseball bat shape. That's a miss with a 14 against Casey.
Yes.
Those are awful.
All right, so yeah,
Dumb.
it swings around, and you just see that it's just leaving a trail of this goo behind.
Is it affecting the grass any?
as it
Like,
moves.
can I see that? Is it doing anything?
A quick glance at the grass, it just looks like it's
all
just
slimy?
Slimy, yeah.
Okay.
But you don't see like the grass turning brown or anything like that. The next creature, the Barathu, you see it's really bad, and it like starts to like lift up, and it starts to fly up into the air, like it's just trying to get out of this trap. So it moves up about 30 feet in the air. Anybody who can take an attack of opportunity,
Damn.
Meduso.
You're taking attack
Get that
opportunity,
tail whip.
Hell
tail.
yeah.
yeah, take another slice at this. Well, I pulled a dice. It's a cracked die. That's a 28.
All right, 28 is a hit.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Oh, 2 hits. All right.
Kill it.
It tries to jump up and it just goes bam, bam.
My tail blade is just so little damage is the only thing. Yeah, that's about right. Minimum damage, 4.
4 damage. All right, what do you got, Razel?
21.
21 damage. It goes up. You guys both hit it. And it's like you tore open a pinata. The goo and stuff just drenches both of you, dripping down like you're on like that old Nickelodeon show, and you're just covered
You got
in goo from this
slime.
thing. Yeah.
So, like when Krios got attack opportunity to death by the Akata and passed out face first, this guy got the same thing except he exploded.
Yeah, when
knew.
I remember when Krios' butt juices got drenched all over the goddess.
Oh.
It's motor oil.
Butt juices.
Ew.
All right, so that one's dead.
Okay, it's round 3. You've slain one, Razel.
You're disgusting now.
That's what he says. He's like,
So if I just take a 5-foot step to the west? Would I be able to hit it?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, after killing this boy, I'm gonna go after the other boy.
Boy.
With an unarmed strike because I didn't reload my shell knuckles. Well, that's a balls.
That's a balls.
I gotta turn off flanking. Hold on.
That's a balls.
That's a balls.
I don't want to know what flanking is.
When you
Now this one still has the harrying fire above it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so I do get a +2.
Yeah,
Wait, did someone take that?
I normally would have.
You're the first one to
So
take
you
it for
get
the
it.
Yeah.
round.
Watch now, I'll miss.
20 to hit KAC.
That's a hit.
I rolled a 6 on the die and still
Oh, wow.
hit it.
Ooh, man.
Humble
Even
brag.
when Razel's not trying, he's kicking ass.
And I roll. That's a minimum damage of 17 slashing.
Just 17.
My minimum damage was 4.
I only roll a
See,
d6
puny
damage,
rat man.
but it's just +16.
All right, so you swipe the first one, you get covered in goo, you spin around and like slide over with your feet are covered, and you just take another swipe at the other
To
one.
the left.
Yeah, and this
To
one's
the
doing a
right.
lot of the same thing. It's almost like convulsing, like it's trying to hold itself. Like when you're tensing a muscle up so hard, it's just like almost like it's shaking like that, except it's more liquid. Sev, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Hopefully kill it. Hot Pocket, do your thing. 15 against EAC?
That is a miss.
Fucking told you.
That is a
Alright,
miss.
I missed. I like when you took that herring fire, I said, watch, I'll miss this time.
You're gonna stay put, hold your ground.
Yeah.
All right, Raquel.
I rolled a 3.
I'm gonna take out my static arc pistol and shoot it. Shoot
Okay.
it!
Move action, pull out the static arc pistol.
I do just kind of throw it
Oh.
all willy-nilly. That's gonna be an 18.
18 EAC.
Yes.
Boom, baby, got it.
Nice.
Sizzle.
Oh, that's a cat. That's not the sheep.
I throw a cat at it.
That's a weird
I throw a
sentence.
cat. Yeah, sorry.
That might be the weirdest sentence that's been said all night.
Oh, I say not in this podcast, I'll tell you that much.
Says,
That's gonna be 6 damage.
6 damage. All right, rats.
I turn to Raquel and I go, he slimed me.
I remember when I got slimed back on Castrovel.
What's a little planet called Castrovel?
I will take
Token spell.
Right.
I will take a guarded step towards
Do you-
Raquel.
Do you have to do guarded? That thing's
Yeah, it's
dead.
dead.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Okay.
trying to get in line with the monster.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna cast token spell on myself to clean the goo off.
Okay. All right, so rats steps up, takes care of the post-battle shower during the battle,
Yeah.
and it is now
Cleanliness is very important.
this creature's turn, and it too begins to drift up into the air as it tries to make its escape. Razel, you can take an attack.
I do that.
All right, do it.
Well,
22 against KC.
That'll do.
19 slashing.
And for the second time, Razel
You got
gets
slashed.
drenched.
Nice.
Kevin doesn't know what to do. He's like looking around like, well,
I killed it, and he's like, "Ah!" You know.
you should take a shower.
All right.
I do that.
Hey, rats, can you help me out?
I can, and I point my finger, and you're clean. Token spell. I got it.
Actually, the token doesn't token spell. You can also like make it something smell bad.
Yeah.
You do that instead.
Oh, sorry, I read the wrong bit here.
Right, yeah.
And then, all of a sudden you taste better, but you still smell bad.
We're like, I still smell bad. You go, man.
And I need to get my notes in order.
Like jumbled. And you're like,
Can we go into this
well,
damn
it's like
building?
the blind leading the blind. So you know, we go in the building.
Yes.
So Razel, you're going back up to open the door as before.
Yeah, after
Two
being
more.
clean.
All right, so you go up and you grab the knob, you go to turn it, and you go to push in, and the door's like stuck. And you're like looking all over. This door is like completely covered in like those filaments, just all over.
I notice those filaments, and then I try and like ram it, like try and
Shoulder charge.
shoulder charge it open.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Natural
He
one.
disintegrates the door.
Natural 10 plus 4.
Really?
That's a 14.
14.
Yeah.
So Razel runs into the door and hits it. Door doesn't budge, and he like gets knocked back.
Might need some assistance there, the ladies and gents.
Razel, I'll help.
I like to imagine she goes, I'll help you. And as Raquel takes like the suit top off, it's just a tank top that says sun's out, guns out.
Exactly. So I run up and try and charge the door as well.
Whoa.
Synchronized charging.
That's a super cracked die.
What did you...
I don't know how that even happens. Oh, all right. That's going to be a 13.
13 to
So-
assist? Yeah, so that does it. Plus 2.
13.
13.
Oh, no!
Again, you go up and you just bounce off this door. Does anybody have engineering?
I just like to think that, like...
Rats does. I
think-
bet. I think, no, actually.
I have a
do
plus
too.
4.
Engineering?
I just like to think that they're watching both of us, like, run up to this door and just bounce right off of it. Like, we... Like, a bunch of idiots.
Rats, how long do you think they're going to try to do this?
I'm going to try and think about it.
Too long.
I got a 4 on engineering.
I got a 17.
I got a 19.
Ooh,
Um,
almost got him.
Still?
you're not really sure what's going on with this. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to bust this door down. I mean, it just seems like this is harder than it should be, is all.
Easy
But
like
you're
a
not
shot
quite
in the
sure why. You think maybe these filaments running through the door might be the reason, but when you look at it, when you were holding it in your hand earlier, Raquel, it's like so flimsy, so it's just kind of weird. But it just seems like it shouldn't be this difficult.
I start pulling off the filaments.
Okay,
Like cleaning the door off?
like just tearing them away. Yeah, and as you're
I was going to ask for a knife to, like, just go down the center of the door. Because you said it was double doors, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you're like pulling and tearing, I mean, it's just like it's not making a cracking sound, but I mean, you just hear like almost like you're pulling like plant
Like a
material.
peeling?
Yeah,
Okay.
like vines and stuff that have grown onto a wall of the building. You're pulling that away. You're kind of hearing that, and you spend a little time clearing it, and probably like 15 minutes or so. And this time, when you like try to punch through the door, it opens up a lot easier.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20.
Natural 20. So this time when Razel like goes to the door, he runs through and the door shatters, and it's almost like he's a missile flying through and like lands prone on the ground inside of this office.
Guys, I got it open.
We noticed.
You're welcome.
You all right?
I kip up, which as a swift action, I stand up. I gotta use I never use that, so I might as well use it out of combat.
Nah,
I look around the room.
we're all gone.
All right, so you are looking around inside this room, and there's about 4 windows, which you saw from the outside, letting light in, and you see that except for the carpet of pale white mold covering like everything in this room, dust everywhere. It seems like nobody's been here in 1,000 years, 2,000 years. You see that there are 5 padded chairs that sit against the wall to your left and to the south wall from the door, which you just destroyed. There are mushrooms,
Nice.
a bed of mushrooms that grows on a large 4-foot-high desk across the desk that you spied from the window. You also see that there's a small cabinet, and then across from you, there are another set of double doors, and they have that really thick filament on them as well.
I'm assuming we all walked in, right?
Yeah, I'm just not moving characters right now.
All right.
My immersion.
Is there like a ceiling? Like,
Yeah.
did you say there was a ceiling?
There is
Okay.
a ceiling.
All right.
Could you move characters so that we can see inside of the
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh.
There we go.
We
The
fell
void.
into the...
Oh, he owns the
Yeah,
light.
he owns the light.
Oh, great. I'm a god to you peons.
God.
Wow.
So I step in, I examine the room. Did you say there was a computer in here?
Yeah, you see a computer over on the desk along with several data pads, but they're like covered in this mold. It's almost even hard to tell that they're a device.
So Rat scans the whole room, looking over it, clocks the computer, and then he's like, "Oh my god, it's so dirty in here."
It spends an hour cleaning.
He starts casting token spell at every inch that he can in here.
How long does token spell last for like a small, like a 5-foot square? think there's something in there, like how much space you can clean up.
Yeah, I think it's a 5-foot square per caster.
But it's like instantly, so you're just like running along like
Every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So it would take like 3 minutes to do that. The entire room.
Yeah, it's just minor effects. So I could spell everything as much as I can.
Okay.
The room gets slightly less dirty.
Yeah, gone is the dust and the grime on the floor. You still have the mushrooms and like the mold everywhere, but
They were not affected by it because of the life bubble. I'm gonna head over to that. What was it? Like a workbench.
yeah.
I'm gonna inspect the workbench.
Yeah, you go over to the workbench. You see a couple of tools here and there, but it's like manual tools like screwdrivers and wrenches and things like that.
I grabbed the screwdriver. You
Okay.
never know if you need one.
Take a drink.
Okay, well, can I check out the datapad computer combo switch?
Yeah. So you spend a little time like prying this out of the
Mushrooms.
out of the mushrooms, out of the mold, but there's no power. These things haven't. I mean, they've been sitting here as long as this room seems to have been untouched. Mm-hmm. In fact, you notice as you're looking around that there are no lights on in this room. The only light you have is coming from the windows.
Okay.
Are there any like drawers and stuff too, like in these desks? Or
Yeah, there's drawers, and if you spend any time like trying to search through them, you just have to keep fighting this mold that's grown all over
Yeah.
everything. You tear them open, but if you spend any amount of time in this room, you don't find anything. Yeah, a lot of old data pads. You find like snacks that have like molded over, and it's just
They're probably not snacks anymore.
not so
they're
much.
petrified.
They turned
my
into
favorite.
mushrooms.
Mold
Mold shrooms.
Yeah, you see like several cups that like looks like they had
coffee.
like they were half
Ew.
just left out. Somebody drank it and then headed out of the building and just
Yeah.
left it there.
It's really creepy to think that like this is just abandoned after.
It's like Chernobyl.
Yeah.
I want to go there so bad.
Do it.
I do that.
All right, I guess we should keep looking. I wonder what's behind that door.
Yeah, there's only one door in the room, right? Other than the entrance.
Another, yeah. So not double doors, but there's another single door which is covered in the mold again.
I pull my knife out and like try to start breaking through it. You know, like scraping it off.
Oh, the door.
Yes.
Does it have the filaments? that-
Mhm, yeah, I mean this
So, like,
this stuff is all
so
over
I'm gonna like walk
everywhere.
after like scraping it off as much as he can.
Okay. Yeah. You spend a little bit of time scraping, and eventually get to the point where you feel like you can just knock the door open pretty easily.
One.
You
Oh my
suck.
god!
14 strength.
14. Okay. So after Razel like
He runs through the
bonks
wall
into the
next
door.
to it.
Yeah, he runs in the wall.
He runs at the door, steps on a mushroom, and slides into the wall.
Sev's like getting ready to like to shoulder through the door, and he like looks over and he's, "Man, are you all right?
I don't know, man.
Like, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You need help up?
No, fuck off.
All right." And he like shoulder charges through the door.
All right, you bust through this door.
God, I need you. It's dark in here.
I'm
Yeah.
about to bust.
The door.
Hot.
Sev doesn't have any
Dark vision.
Dark vision,
I
right?
do have dark vision.
You do have dark vision. Okay.
I'm gonna
in my-
turn on the light on.
It's in my helmet. Infrared sensors.
The comm unit.
Gives me 60 feet.
So you bust through the door. It doesn't splinter and explode, but you just knock it like right off the hinges because this thing is, I mean, it's just so old. You bust through and you're in this very narrow corridor, about 5 feet wide, but it looks like it goes on down probably another 50 feet or so. Move you guys into so you're in this corridor.
Oh wow, it's
Oh, I don't like this.
Narrow.
very
Getting
narrow.
some horror.
Very
game
claustrophobic. It's completely dark. I mean, obviously you have dark vision, so you can see. But
vibe. PT.
I know.
Come out to the Broken Lands. Have a few laughs.
No.
All I have is the light that I just turned on my comm.
so you can't see but 10 feet, right?
Yes.
And then Rats and Sev. Now it's completely dark. You said you two have dark vision.
Yep.
I have
Okay.
low light.
You have low light, so you can't see anything. Razel and Raquel, well, save for the flashlight, you can see about 10 feet in. And then Rats and Sev, you can see down 60 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll cast token spell on one of those data pads that I picked up, and I'll toss it over to Raquel.
okay.
Ow, my face.
That's
so
like
you
30
you
feet.
have a light now.
20 feet, something like that.
Yeah, it's a small, dim light and a 30-foot radius.
30 foot.
Okay,
All right,
so
I grab it.
you guys see a lot.
I,
a little bit more.
I conserved the
Ease.
battery on my flashlight or my comm unit.
Okay, so Raquel, you can see that the door that you just came through, then you can see a door a little further down on the left, which to the north side of this. And then Rats and Seb, you can see that there, in addition to that, about 25 feet away, there's another door on the right, and then further down the hall, you see 2 doors on either side. And then that's like the extent of your vision. You can't really see the end of the hall.
Okay.
The walls, again, I mean, everything's just covered in mold, filament, dust.
Can we hear anything, or can we?
You just hear mold growing.
Yeah,
Sweet.
paint drying. No, you don't. It's almost like completely silent. It's a tomb. Like you might be able to hear a little bit of the wind from out the door that you just busted open through the windows, the front door. But inside, it's like you're in a tomb.
Creepy.
Yeah, that's super creepy.
I guess let's see what's behind this
Dark
door.
vision, boys, lead the way.
What door do you want to go into first?
I token spell my way up to the first door on the left.
Okay, cleaning as you go.
Yeah.
And
Rats is just straight up not having a good time.
This reminds me of that time where I was back on Castrovel,
And what time would this be?
the continent of Ukalam.
Yeah, uh-huh.
When all I had was my, what was that thing called?
Your tent?
No, my hygiene kit.
Wait, that's all you had?
All I had was a toothbrush.
Basically. He starts staring off down the hallway.
It's dark down there.
Yeah, it's dark a lot of places.
Like that time in Castrovel.
The continent of Ukalam in the jungle. We traveled for days in the night.
Wait,
for some
what?
reason, the dark didn't affect us. We don't know why.
For some reason, we could still shoot in the dark.
It's almost as if God had forgotten that it was hard to see in the dark.
It's a pretty dumb god.
so you're that long gaze into the darkness, Rats, and everybody's like shrugging their shoulders.
Yeah, like does he? He looks at Raquel. Like, does he do this all the time?
I mean, I've just recently noticed it, but I plan to talk to him about it.
Okay, well, can you actually talk to him about it, not like his dad stuff?
Could you maybe stay in your court?
Oh, damn.
All right, fair enough. I'll stick with killing people, and you stick with dad things.
Okay.
What do I do?
Punch stuff.
All right, I do that.
And
Break
ruthless
the
Punch
door
him right in the
open.
face.
Ah, my face.
Ow, my.
I'm going to attempt to stealthily open this door.
All right.
I'll try not to make a fart smell.
That's a 28 stealth.
28. So you open this door, having just cleaned it. The hinges are nice and slippery, and you open the door, and we'll see you next time.
Aw.
Whoa! Yeah, mystery door!
Getting tired of you.
A door is always a good cliffhanger.
No, Cliff's a good cliffhanger. Doors.
Make sure to check out our website at adventureawaitspod.com. There you can find links to our Facebook and Twitter and keep up to date when we release new episodes. And a big thanks to Sirenscape for providing music and sound effects. Check them out at sirenscape.com, where you can revolutionize your tabletop gaming experience.